In this session we will see what is total internal reflection and what is critical angle of incidence. So all of you are aware of these diagrams. See the first figure A. The light is traveling from a medium of refractive index N1 to a medium of refractive index N2. Here the first medium is denser one and the second one is rarer one. Means N1 is greater than N2. And when ray is traveling from denser to rarer medium, it will bend away from the normal. So angle of refraction is greater than angle of incidence. And some part of light is also reflected in the same medium. It is shown by reflected ray. So here, as you can see, the angle of incidence is given as theta 1. The angle of refraction is theta 2, which is greater than the angle of incidence theta 1. And the angle of reflection is same as angle of incidence. It is theta 1. So see now figure B. When angle of incidence it increases, the angle of refraction is also increased. And at a certain angle of incidence, the angle of refraction becomes 90 degree. And the corresponding angle of incidence is called as critical angle of incidence. It is shown by the symbol theta c here. Sometimes it is shown by the symbol I suffix c, or only the letter c is used for this angle. So for angle of incidence equal to theta c, the angle of refraction in this case is 90 degree. And the angle of reflection is theta c. So when angle of refraction it becomes 90 degree, the corresponding angle of incidence is called as critical angle of incidence. So in the figure B we can see here it is this critical angle theta c, and for that case the angle of refraction is 90 degree. Now we can again increase the angle of incidence beyond theta c. It is shown in the figure C. So in this case, when angle of incidence it is greater than the critical angle, then there will be no refraction, only reflection will take place. Now if angle of incidence is greater than critical angle, then only reflection will take place. There will be no refraction. So all the light it will get reflected in the same medium. It is called as total internal reflection. So in the figure C you can see total internal reflection. So in this figure we can see that here the light ray it is totally reflected in the same medium. So the necessary condition for total internal reflection to take place is the light must travel from a denser to a rarer medium, and the angle of incidence should be greater than critical angle of incidence. So all these diagrams, all these rays, incident rays, refracted rays, reflected rays, we can show in one diagram also, like this. So N1 is the denser medium, N2 is the rarer medium. And as angle of incidence increases, angle of refraction also increases. At angle of incidence equal to critical angle, angle of refraction is 90 degree, and beyond that angle, total internal reflection will take place. So, for angle of incidence equal to critical angle, we can now write formula for refractive index of second medium as N2 by N1 is equal to sin I upon sin R. So in this case, angle of incidence is theta c and angle of refraction is 90 degree. So we will get formula N1 sin theta c equal to N2 sin 90 degree. Means N2 by N1, refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium, is equal to sin theta c divided by sin 90, but sin 90 is equal to 1, and therefore we will get refractive index of second medium means rarer medium, N2 by refractive index of first medium means denser medium, N1 is equal to sin theta c. Now suppose first medium is glass and second one is air. So for air we will take refractive index as 1, and in that case sin theta c will be 1 upon n1, means refractive index of denser medium glass, and hence we can write formula for sin theta c as C sin theta c is equal to n2 by n1. But if the second medium is air, then we can write sin theta c as sin of theta c or sin theta or sin c is equal to 1 by n1 or 1 by n just, where n is refractive index of denser medium or glass. And therefore, we can write formula for refractive index in this case as n is equal to, means refractive index of denser medium or glass, it is equal to 1 upon sin c, where c is critical angle of incidence. So using this formula we can determine the critical angle of incidence. You can use this formula or you can use this formula also to determine the critical angle. And this principle of TIR is used for sending light ray in an optical fiber. So when the light enters in the optical fiber with an angle of incidence greater than critical angle, then all the light, it is reflected within the fiber and it travels at the far end of the fiber. So by using the principle of total internal reflection, the light is propagated in the optical fiber. Thank you.